I've got some fun fall DIYs today, including one with a mason jar. Let's go. Hey everyone, my name is Courtney. Let's get crafting. Grab yourself a mason jar. You want to make sure it doesn't have a lot of branding on it. This one just has the word ball on one little section of it, so that's perfect. I'm starting by spray painting this with some white paint to act as a primer so that when I do go in and paint it, it will stick and adhere better and just give it better coverage. Once I was done spray painting this, I let it dry really good and then found my, I guess, lightest tannest color paint that I had, and I painted on 2 coats of this paint, making sure that I let it dry all the way. Now it's time to sketch out a face. So you guys really liked my scarecrow blocks. I had more requests for scarecrow projects, so this is going to be another scarecrow project. So I did my best to sketch out a face. I added some eyes, I did the nose, I added stitching to this one, a mouth, and then of course some cheeks. Once that was sketched out, I grabbed my paint markers and went in and started filling it up. So for this, I ended up using a white paint marker, black, orange, and pink. And I just went in first and just kind of filled it all in, and then went back and added details like little stitching marks and outlining things just to kind of make it look more refined. To finish this project off, I grabbed 2 different bundles of floral. So these were left over from the mystery box challenge. Thank you, Christina. I'm getting great use out of these. And then I also had a Dollar Tree floral leaf thing that had some pumpkins that I also worked in there. Then I took some raffia and I just cut a bundle of it, some strips, and using one of these glitter Dollar Tree bows, I trimmed off the tails on it and then put my bundle of raffia behind it, because what it will look like, since I obviously added eyelashes to my scarecrow, it'll look like a little bow and her hair coming out of it. So once I got the florals in there and I got the bundle of raffia attached to my bow, I just hot glued that directly on there, and then this little scarecrow vase is all finished. I grabbed some wooden spoons for this next project. You might remember a couple years ago, I made these really cute Christmas spoons with my favorite thing, faux sprinkles and brown hot glue. Well, we are going to make a fall version. You definitely could leave these neutral colored, but I grabbed 4 colors. I grabbed orange as well as a brown paint, a yellow paint, and then a black paint. Now you need your colored hot glue sticks and your faux sprinkles. Everything from today's video will be linked down below in the description box, as well as the pinned on the first comment for easy access. So I grabbed brown hot glue. I'm going to use orange hot glue and then white. I had thought about using the yellow, but when I squirted it out, it was kind of transparent and I just didn't really like how it looked. And then I just sprinkled on some coordinating sprinkles. A tip with hot glue, especially if you're working with hot glue and faux sprinkles, is when you squirt the hot glue on, if it starts to harden or it's not smooth or it's clumping up, if you're doing like a big area, just take that heat gun and just run it over the hot glue. It'll get it all melted together again, nice and smooth for you to be able to put sprinkles on there. So I'm just going to add the glue and sprinkles to each of these spoons. I cut out my words on my CRICUT and did 4 different words. I did turkey, boo, thankful and grateful and got all of these awards attached to the ends of each of the spoons. To finish off these spoons, I grabbed some purple polka dotted ribbon that I had in my stash from Hobby Lobby, and I hot glued that one to the Halloween spoon. And then on the turkey spoon, because there was a little bit more space there on that handle, I just tied up a twine bow, hot glued that, and left the other two spoons plain. And now these are perfect size to add to a tier tray or just a little bit of extra decor in your kitchen. Now, here is a project. Funny enough, I got all of these fall themed signs from Hobby Lobby like 3 years ago on clearance for 25 cents each. And while they are fine as is, I'm going to make them over because I wanted to pop in a cute little Halloween DIY here and do some ghost selfies. You might remember that snowman selfie that I did a while back. I thought it would be cute to make a little family of ghosts. And so to do that, I started with these and painted the, I guess, background of this with some black paint. Before I painted my ghosts, I did want to sketch them out. They're going to be in different positions of these little frames. I wanted to make sure to have a dad, so obviously he's going to be the biggest one, a daughter, a son, and then a mom ghost. Once I sketched it out very quickly with my pencil, I decided to go ahead and paint these with white paint versus using my paint markers. And so I painted the ghost and then let that dry really well before I finished off the details. For the eyes on the ghost, I'm just using my black paint marker and drawing those on with that. Then I decided for the mom and daughter, I wanted to put bows in their hair. So I grabbed some of my velvet ribbon. I got this huge pack from Hobby Lobby. It came with tons of colors, and I just tied up little bows and then hot glued those directly to the mom and the daughter. For the dads, I thought about making bow ties, but then I decided to go ahead and leave them plain. Then I grabbed my pencil and sketched out the word boo on the sun because he's going to be hanging upside down. And so I sketched that out with my pencil, and then I did use my white paint marker just to freehand that and write it. You definitely, if you have a CRICUT, you could cut out the word boo if you want to do that. But now I've got a cute little ghost family of selfies. I have one of these Dollar Tree trays and I wanted to make it over. And so I started by grabbing some orange paint and then just giving it a whole distressed look because I thought that was the vibe that I wanted to go with. While the tray was drying, I grabbed this pumpkin. I actually got this in a huge pack from Amazon, and I like it because A, it was cheaper than doing it from Dollar Tree, and they don't have the holes in them. So I took some scrapbook paper that I had from Hobby Lobby. It's one that they always have, and I traced around my pumpkin and then attached the scrapbook paper to the pumpkin with a glue stick. So at this point, the pumpkin is going to go inside the tray, and after I realized, I was like, you know what? No, this is not going to work. So I grabbed that orange paint and went ahead and painted the whole thing so that it had full coverage. I took my Gorilla Glue, strong adhesive glue, put that all over the back of the pumpkin, and then set that down on the tray along with some bottles of paint just to help it adhere, and made sure that's set up. I wanted to add another detail to my tray, so here's a quick little crafty tip for you. So I have these very small half wooden circles. They're flat on one side. So I'm going to stick them on some painter's tape and then kind of secure that down to my table. And then I can just take this really pretty gold paint that I have and paint them, and they don't wiggle around and roll about and you don't get your fingers messy. It's a very good little trick to painting these types of items. Once those were painted, I added 4 to each side of of the tray on the edges. So I just used hot glue to get those attached and worked my way around attaching these little gold half wooden circles to the tray. The last step was just to add a bow to the pumpkin, so you could just use this and display it, or you could actually use it like a tray and put some additional fall decor on it and put it in your home. That's a wrap on today's video. Let me know down below which one of these projects was your favorite. Also, let me know what is something that always makes you smile. For me, it's probably hearing my kids and my husband laugh. I don't know, something about it just makes me instantly smile. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Here are some more videos you might want to check out, and I'll see you in the next one.